Hey, what's going on, guys? Hope you guys are having a great morning. It's currently 10:10 in the morning. Um, Walking to the gym right now, but I had a nice pull day. Pretty excited. Not much going on today besides me just hitting the gym right now and then working from 3 to 10. So it's gonna be a pretty uneventful day, pretty busy day. I'll record some of the sets I do today. Like I said, it's a small gym, just a little bit of equipment, so it's not like I got much that I can do. Um, but like I said, I do with what I can. Um, I'll show the things that I can do, the equipment they do have, and yeah. Today's topic, um, probably just how I got into the gym. Um, I was I started working out November 2021, and honestly, I could have been working out for a lot sooner, but I had a homie. Um, I had a homie back home. He used to tell me, "Yo, bro, let's go to the gym. Let's go to the gym." And I ended up 2 years prior to actually starting to work out. I actually ended up getting a gym membership. Um, Paid for it for a year, never used it. Kind of a waste of money, but I had the choice to, know, start. I was scared. I was scared people were gonna judge me. I was scared. What if I didn't grow? Didn't see any progress? Okay, yeah. I was scared I wasn't gonna grow. I was scared I wasn't gonna make progress. I was scared to be all for nothing. Um, Mostly scared of what people would think. People seeing someone skinny going in there. And, I was scared to get judged. Eventually, um, I ended up just saying, screw it. I ended up working out with that same homie 2 years later. Um, and he's the one that got me in there. I ended up working out with him for a couple months. And then I actually used to depend on him to go to the gym. If he didn't go, I didn't go. I didn't like going alone. I ended up going with him. Then eventually he couldn't go with me anymore. So I ended up having to learn how to go on my own. Um, and I mean, it worked out. I was scared because I didn't know what I was supposed to do. Eventually, I just started watching more and more YouTube videos. I started, experimenting with different things, and I started getting the hang of it. I'm not an expert by any means or know everything, but what I do know, um, I use it to this day. I mean, people ask me how I've grown so much, and it's always the basics. You got to implement the basics. section. Thought I was recording. Well, it was recording, but I thought it was getting my voice. Turns out the mic had died. Pretty much finished back. And now we're on to bicep. About how I just recently moved out here. I moved out here to Texas about a couple months ago, I think 4 or 5 months ago. Moved out here in February, beginning of March, and you know, I ended up driving out here. It was an 18-hour drive. How you doing? Drove the whole thing, no stops. It's definitely scary. You know, going into a whole different state, 1,300 miles away plus, where you don't know anyone, you know, and it was definitely scary. It took a lot, you know, leaving my friends and family back home. But you know, like I said, you know, I always look. There's always change needed in your life, and I felt like it was an opportunity that came about, and I just had to take it. Now I have a house with my bros, and you know, it's been great. You know, it definitely isn't easy, especially when you're this young. There's not really a posing room or a light room, so I have to use the restroom, but it's all good. Finishing up my back and bicep day, and this is how we're looking. Back to the walking. Now on the way home, it's a little bit of cardio that I need, you know, just to make sure that I'm not going too far with the bulk. You know, I used to do no cardio at all, but those 2 months that I ended up taking off, ended up getting a lot of side fat, a lot of the love handles coming in, showing, getting some of that. To the point where my abs aren't as defined as they used to be. At first, even during the bulk, my abs were always there. You know, I was gaining weight, but as I was gaining weight, my abs were, you know, gaining structure as well, gaining mass with the abs, if that makes sense. But now it's just mass, no abs. So sorry if it's a little loud. And you hear all like that background stuff, the wind and whatnot. Like I said, mic ended up dying, so I know it's a little hard to hear. Like I was saying, you know, a little bit of cardio of just walking to and from the gym never hurts nobody. It's always good. Keep that cardiovascular health up, you know. Currently, I've been bulking since I started working out. Currently still on the bulk. Almost 2 years it's been since I started working out. And yeah, man, I started at about 140 pounds when I started working out. I got up to 185, 186 the 2 months ago before I stopped working out. That was my peak. Right now I'm sitting at I'm floating between 173 to 177. My current goal is to be able to hit 200, 205, 210, and see where I go from there. Maybe after I hit that, I'll start cutting, maybe cut down to like 180, 170, 5-ish. If not, if I notice that when I get to the 210 pound mark, if I notice that there's still, there's still more that I can do, there's still room for more bulking, then I'll just bulk some more. I doubt it. Since I'm not the tallest, I doubt that I'll need to bulk more than that. Short king, not your 6'3", 250 pound lifter, but we're getting there. Just need to make sure I hit that 200 pound mark first. Gotta stop being skinny. Oh wow, I just realized, pinche doble ghost. All right, I'm home now. This is the only protein powder I got, and I need to run to the store to get some milk, so I'm gonna run it with water today. No, I'm not sponsored by Ghost.
Sponsor us, please.
But just a little scoop. Just scooping some change. Never hurt nobody. But yeah, little protein shake after, just to make sure that the gains are gaining. Always gotta hit that anabolic window, right after your workout. What I like about this though, I'm not vegan, but it's vegan protein. But this actually tastes really good with water. There's a lot of protein powders that you mix with water, and it's just you want to throw up. But I got lucky with this one. You guys heard my story on how I started going to the gym, sorry. And yeah, there's just, after a while of just eventually looking at yourself in the mirror, you start realizing that you can always do better. But hey, here we are now, just working hard, trying to become the best version of ourselves. That's the way to live by. Trying to think about why you started what you started, whatever it may be that you have started for a reason, whatever reason it may be. For me, it was lifting. What's the reason you started? What's the reason you keep going? What keeps you motivated? Even on those days you don't want to, For me, I've always said it's definitely discipline over motivation, because there's some days you don't have any motivation, you just got to keep grinding. But what's what pushes you? Think about that, Think about why you do what you do. Hope you guys have a great rest of your day, and see you guys on the next one.